1, and we are live.
Hey, everybody. How is it going? I hope your week is going well. It's Thursday over here, and my voice is doing its thing. We're playing some D&D tonight and hanging out, chatting, having a good heart-to-heart before the game here. That's great. I really... I don't know. I like playing with you guys. So, how's y'all's week's been? How's everybody doing? We don't have to keep up the pretense of an order or anything. I just do it as a habit. If you guys just want to free for all it, I'm fine with that as well.
Free for all. I'll go first, I suppose. I'm doing great. I haven't gotten sick. I'm back from PAX West. Feels good, man. I actually want to knock on wood because I said I'm not sick. So, pray for me, please. RNGesus, what's up? But I'm doing great. I missed you guys. I love playing with all of you. You're all friggin' handsome. All of you. Especially you, Lindy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm good. How is chat doing? Have you guys had pizza today? Are you hydrating?
Yeah, you should get all your water.
Cause same. Anyway, Josh, how are you doing? You beautiful, talented human.
I'm pretty good. My study is, well, let's see. Since we're all going to be honest today, actually, the problem with my study is I'm trying to clean it, and therefore it's dirtier than usual.
Problem.
Relatable.
So I'm sitting in my living room drawing and having a good time. Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Yeah. I'm about to post something fun. So if you listen to this IRL, check Twitter in a second here.
Cool.
It's not related to the game. It's just
No, that's fine.
a thing.
That's fine, Josh.
All right. Well, I'm Lindy. Hi, everybody. I'm happy to be here. I unfortunately had to miss last week because my husband and I were crawling around underneath the house and behind the wall of the shower to replace a shower valve, which took a very unnecessarily long amount of time and multiple trips to Home Depot. But it's fixed now. And I'm excited to get back into the damp tentacles of the moist tentacles of Ophelia because she's great and she's got baby krakens. I love them.
She said baby krakens. They're growing and changing.
We're going to need them to
They grow
fill
up
in
so
the
fast.
back line on blitzball.
Yeah. Oh my God. And Grant, you're doing all right?
You know me. I'm doing all right. Yeah, I'm hanging in there. I hit my writing deadlines for the week, and I've been stressed all week game planning for this Power Blitzball tournament. You know, Weirs has been watching the diet, exercising, taking vitamins, supplements, some prohibited by committees, but who's checking or testing? That's expensive processes.
It sure is. I mean, and like the fine line between biosorcerous organs and performance enhancing drugs is very thin. So it's real free for all out there.
My skin's so thin you can see my performance enhancing drugs coursing through my veins.
Right, I had an extra organ inserted in me to pump them.
It's my third kidney.
Yes, yeah, your alchemical kidneys doing their jobs. All right, excellent. I'm glad to hear it. And before we get started, big shout out to our channel sponsors, D&D Beyond, who are, I was thinking the other day, you can get all the UA options on there, and I really like that because it lets you experiment and check them out. So yeah, check out D&D Beyond if you haven't already, as well as tabletop loot, all kinds of things. You guys have been hearing me talk about it for forever, but I will keep doing it because I'm just so impressed with them every time I hear about what they're doing. Go and check them out. Have that discount on us with WebDM15. So, last week, in the Bay of Iridescence, the party made their way aboard the Empress of the Waves, further southeast along their sorcerous course, deep into this patch of kelp forest, which basically covers the entire eastern seaboard of this bay. You'd been sailing in it for not even a day, really, before you saw a like tall spike of coral and floating seaweed. So like these long strands of kelp on held aloft by these gas-filled bladders that they've grown, anchored far beneath the waves. They sort of form this bizarre world of an undersea flora and fauna without the water, as this column of living coral rises up into the sky, and the seaweed forest sort of surrounds it, rising up out of the water. And it is here that one of the 6 archmages of the Disciples of Life, Golan the Virile, has made his abode, and is also one of the few remaining living archmages. Golan the Virile is a GGG sex ogre and biosorcerer savant. And he lives atop the
Wait, did you say sex ogre?
He's a sex ogre. Yeah.
Carry on.
PG though, right? You know, he throws really nice, tasteful orgies for all the monsters, and you know the like. And he's also really, you know, he's also does his thing. Thank you, Abby. And he lives in like a Playboy style mansion atop this column of coral. The air here is rich in oxygen, such that those who do not need to breathe water or can't breathe water can swim and submerge normally. And so it's become a kind of haven for drylanders and the aquatic peoples, and all that business, to kind of just meet, relax. There's all sorts of like sorceress cabals and the like here, magical experimentation, not like in a sinister sense, but in like a startup valley kind of sense. There is a dock that the Empress of the Waves pulls up in, and you know, most of the drylanders are you know, pirates, trollkin, mercenaries, privateers, but the dock handlers are all miniature versions of Golan. So as you pulled into the pulled into the wharf, there was a giant illusory image of Golan welcoming you to this place that let no mayhem or violence occur here, and you shall know freedom as if you've never known it before, kind of business, explaining you the rules and the like. And then as you I need to find my description of him, because all I wrote down in my brief notes is that he's ultra masked. He's just super manly. He's about, well, the projected image is about 60 feet tall, heroically nude, and just full of like chiseled masculine charisma. And then the pug versions of him are adorable in sort of manlet kind of way. Each one unique. They don't, no 2 of them look the same, and they basically kind of like run the show on the docks. You know, take a manifest. You know, not bringing anything weird on board. Other than that, you were allowed to roam free. And Calliope and Wyrus headed down the column underneath the waves to go somewhere, and both Myrtle and Ophelia have about 4 hours to kill some time. I guess until you sync up, rather.
And at this point, Myrtle does not know anything about the sex clinic, right?
Well, you're from around here. I mean, like do you have history? Are you proficient in history?
Probably not. No,
okay.
Definitely not.
You could make me just like your choice of an intelligence or a charisma roll to just see if it's something your character might know offhand. You've certainly heard of this archmage and this place, but like you don't know the details.
That's a 5. I'm bad at all of those.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like, you knew this place existed. So
okay. Yeah. But I don't know that my squad went there.
No.
Okay.
No. They would have the projected image mentioned something known as a monument to sexual reproduction, and a hospital as well. So it's, but you know, it's sort of like there's that plus a tiki lounge and a don't forget the air corals and things like, it was just as a list of places to visit.
Mm-hmm. Very well.
Let's see.
Where would you like to go, Myrtle?
This is forgot what her voice sounded like. This, what sounds grandma? You guys let me know. Well, what about this one? Tiki bar. That sounds pretty good, right?
That does sound fun, yeah. You think that the children would like it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, then let's go.
She, folds it very carefully, tries not to, crumble it up. Big ass claws. All right,
Giant claws.
Right.
He is a crab.
Yeah.
Tiny paper, giant claws.
So most of the drinking establishments are dry side, and this whole thing is like this collected mat of some seaweed and just flotsam and jetsam from the bay that's all kind of gathered around this column, because there's nothing else out here. You're in the middle of the ocean, and this thing rises at least 100 feet. And so there's just this mat of it that's enough for them to start building structures on top of, anchored to something more solid, but floating on top of this mat. And so everywhere you go, it's like walking on, say, a kid's bouncy bridge, where it's just kind of, there's nothing stable. You're just always bouncing and loping and hopping along. There's water anywhere. You could jump in, but
it's like when you put a yoga mat, a really big yoga mat on the, onto the ocean of the bay. You just try to walk on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. You could dive in if you wanted, but it's difficult terrain, and you'd be making checks to avoid getting entangled. It's kept clean by a bunch of weird little critters. They look like they might have once been crabs or something, but they've been mutated or changed or modified in all kinds of different ways. It's like either the Dr. Seuss kind of thing, or like that one episode of Adventure Time where the ice wizard reveals what he sees. Remember? I don't know if anybody's seen
Ice
that
King.
one.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's just
Wizard
sort of
eyes.
it's kind of like that, just crawling on top of this mat. And there's a lot of drinking establishments. It kind of spirals up about a third of the way up to the pillar. There's all sorts of music coming from here, melodious sort of sounds. But there's a lot of aquatic species who come here and are, just mixing, just carousing, basically, just come here and have a different kind of time than old Saltmarsh. So you can do classic adventuring D&D stuff, that kind of thing. You can drink, mix it up, ask around, all kinds of things.
Hey, Jim.
I'm listening.
About last time, we inquired about a ball game.
Yes.
Heard about some fancy guy named Titus or Titus or whatever, and how great he is, but also that maybe there was an opening to play this game. How do we go about doing that?
Well, so there was a registration pavilion near the field. So it's not actually at Golanville itself. The column. It's actually I can tell you in a minute. It's about 1,000. If you swim about 1,000 feet east, you'll come to a patch in the clearing in the kelp forest that they've sort of grown an arena out of. They've got little mock-ups and a model of it there. It's somebody's tabling for it. They're just volunteers.
Okay. Well, after Calliope's done with the clinic, after she gets the all clear, she's gonna go find. No, I don't want to blank on it. Grant, damn it! Why do you blank on your character's name?
Beerus.
Maris, yes, Weirus.
Weirus.
Sorry, I'm ADD right now.
Pretend not to hear. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that would be really sad if she's like, Mirrors. No, she didn't do that. She's feeling a little funny again. Even though she just got checked out and everything's great, she did learn at the clinic that her magic is particularly unstable these days. So out of game, I don't know if you guys know it, but my spell selection, we're randomizing it every time based on a list of that Jim and I are working on.
Yeah, we're taking the wild magic of the wild sorcerer and just
To its length.
kicking it up a notch.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So so right now Calliope is getting her physical and metaphysical examination. This would be around when Wyrus is maybe heading out from the fertility clinic to elsewhere. But I'll keep things focused on Ophelia and Myrtle for just a little bit, because you guys get to this place and it's like a cheesy sort of like, tiki-esque, kitschy little,
My
place.
gosh, it's 20 minutes from my house. I know what you're talking about.
Right. Oh, yeah. It's
Is it Jim? Is it more?
Jimmy Buffett's Tiki Palace.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it more like resort or is it more like classy strip club?
It's neither. It's more like
That's fair.
it's more like it's like a bunch of like Trollkin and orcs and the like. They've all of them got weird like goiters and stuff. They've clearly lived on the waves a little too long. And it's a bunch of salty sea dogs and a couple of pisanoids, fish scale things. And in walk Myrtle and Ophelia. They're, what can we get you? Just sort of like a half-toothed, leather-faced kind of look.
What do you recommend?
All kinds of rum and other stuff.
Oh.
It's like any of the. Well, I don't know if I got any of the other stuff. The jellies and the like. For underwater.
Oh. We can stay out of the water for a few minutes.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll see what I got. It's a lot of stuff that they make from the weird, strange fruits that grow around.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Okay, can I make a suggestion?
Oh yeah.
I want your prettiest looking drink.
Oh.
I don't care if it's bad. I just want it to look very nice.
Oh yeah.
We could take a picture. We could paint a picture of it and show it to the others.
I want to put it on Crabstagram. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I just puts back. All right, we got 2 rainbow corals coming up.
I look over to Ophelia. Oh my god, it sounds amazing.
Sounds amazing. I love rainbow coral.
It's gonna be a minute. We have to enjoy our complimentary munchies, and it's like a sea urchin. And
ooh, I love the sea urchins.
There's it's more like a pool that like a barrel that they set up that you can just kind of pull things
like
out.
the tub of pickles at the old convenience.
Yes, yeah. Like a tub of pickles.
I don't think I've ever had a tub of pickles, but
I could eat a whole jar of pickles right now. I'm not gonna lie.
It's communal.
Makes you happy. You do you, boo.
Yeah. So you gotta wait for a while, and this place is it's bustling. You can tell that there's some kind of festival or contest or something soon, because you see all these people dressed up clearly in festive costume colors.
I'll flag a friendly-looking one down. Oh, excuse me. What is going on here?
Oh, yeah. So, this is just someone off the street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, we're headed out to the the stadium to register for this team. It's we're gonna kill in the driftwood floating competition this year.
Oh, this sounds fun.
Yeah.
You just go and you just sign up?
Yeah, they'll let anybody do it. It's in the spirit of I don't know, competition.
Macho, this sounds fun. We should do it.
Yeah, you guys should. You've never done it before?
No.
I bet you'd be really good with those legs or those tentacles. My bad.
Are you coming on to her?
No.
Listen here, young man.
Listen,
keep your googly eyeballs Straight ahead.
You can't
Enough
look,
of this
can't
young
look at
lady.
both of his eyes at the same time.
Now scram!
Okay, listen, maybe we'll see you there.
Yeah.
Driftwood surfing.
Okay. I think we should do all of the competitions until we pass out from exhaustion.
That does sound fun, and my joints will not like it, but I will like it.
After the rainbow corals.
Yes.
To get ready. Pre-game.
Pre-game, woo! Pre-game for the game.
They come out in like battered pewter goblets, like clearly pulled from some shipwreck, you know, and scoured all with a verdigris or whatever.
Are they complimentary? Do we get to take a battered goblet home?
Stamped with their Jimmy,
stamped with like
Jimmy Buffett's teeth.
I want.
Yeah, you pay an extra $5 to get it cold.
Oh no, it's worth it. I think.
Mm-hmm.
The kids will love it. They can fight over it. To be fine.
It's like a mini clump of magical coral that they've set in there, and there's all sorts of anemones and different blooms on it, and they've put something in the drink to make it bloom, so that like most coral, when you see it, all the polyps are all inside their home, their shells, and when they feed, it's terrifying. I don't know.
It's pretty great.
It's really cool. But from a distance, it's beautiful, and they attack each other. I didn't know this about coral. They will fight and dissolve each other.
Coral wars.
They basically turn their stomachs inside out of their mouths and throw them at each other. That's not quite what the drink is like. It's sort of maze of tiny hairs and filaments that are snatching things out of the drink. And the idea is so it's like, you smell it, and then as you take a sip, and as the coral feeds and blooms, the flavor profile of the drink change. It goes on and on.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god!
You can really taste the depth of flavor, layers.
It's delicious. And I be honest, I got a tongue upgrade because of that drink.
You got a tongue upgrade?
Yes, I got it. And he can see this person has clearly had some work done. Like they look like a very tall, thin toned goblin, but they also have very sort of I don't know what you call it, angular reptilian features, and this a very well developed ear, nose, and throat kind of situation. Like, they're clearly some sort of I don't know, done something to themselves.
Huh. Well, whatever makes you happy, I guess.
Indeed.
I'm gonna need like 50 more of these.
And because right away, refill.
I definitely dip a tentacle in to get a full flavor profile. I can taste with more than more senses. Like, ooh.
Yeah. Y'all make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh yeah.
I was waiting for that.
Oh, I'm proficient.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Gosh, barbarians.
Damn it! What's up? It's an 8.
18.
All right. Myrtle.
Can't wait.
So there were 2 numbers to beat with that one. There was the does it get you drunk roll and the does it change you roll. As
oh no.
rainbow coral, long-term exposure to it, it does have slight mutagenic properties. So we'll see real quick. I know that I'm going to need Myrtle to roll me a D15.
Oh no.
A D15.
Or sorry, D500. Sorry.
Oh.
Don't have like a die roller up. I'll take. I can roll it for you.
I can do it.
Yeah, feel free to roll it for me.
Okay. Yeah, somebody's got a D500.
Where's roll 20? There it is. We'll probably roll it by the time I sign in.
382.
Thank you.
I got the exact same thing.
Really?
No.
All right.
Oh,
Out of it. I mean,
man.
it's 1 in 500.
Okay. All right. So 382 is quick nerves.
Ready?
Give me a second to translate because this is for a different version of D&D, which uses mostly dexterity, which we use mostly like ability scores. But as you're drinking it, you have you can feel that you're just a little jittery, and this is an internal mutation as your nervous system adapts and grows. And Myrtle has quick nerves. I think I'm going to say this translates into advantage on initiative and perception.
Cool. Oh my god. This drink is amazing. Her whole body starts like shaking and you can kind of hear it rattle.
Yes, the carapace. Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't wait for those 50 more drinks.
Well,
And I
do you want
ordered.
25 and do you want the other 25 or you just all 50 and I need to order 50?
I mean, if you want more, it's fine. It should be fine, I think.
I'll order my own. You could have it'll be fine.
Y'all stay here and drink the entire time, or y'all?
I'm gonna finish my 50 drinks and then I would love to sign up for that sports thing.
Yeah, same.
So 50 drinks is like all of y'all spending money that Bellic gave you, because y'all have been earning a wage the entire time.
Okay, well, if that's the case, I do have the children to think about, so I think I will just
drink all your money,
Myrtle
hold off.
your milk money.
We'll do it. I
Girls
think
are
that this
Grandma,
first
grandma
drink,
can do that. Grandma.
yeah, like I don't have any kids to take care of. I've lived my life and I'm just adventuring.
YOLO.
Depending on it, but
YOLO.
YOLO.
Yeah.
All right. So every time they do the whole spiel, and eventually you learn so much about this.
I just get 2 more drinks because that way I have a commemorative cup for each kid.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, because then they won't fight over it.
Jim, is this anything like the hurricane in New Orleans?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, like the hand grenade.
I'm thinking of that
Or the
scene
hand
in World, or that sketch in Kids in the Hall, girl drink drunk.
I
It's a girl
love that
drink.
sketch.
Tastes like candy. You ever have a strawberry alley cat? Let me explain. I'm not gonna do the whole.
Yeah. Those are what I always think. But you don't have to make any more rolls. Although I do need one more to see just how blitzed Myrtle gets. Right now, you're got just a nice. You're getting a nice buzz, but
Roll d20.
yeah, another d20. Yeah,
Just alone with nothing else.
I mean, like a con save.
A con save?
Yeah.
Okay. 6.
Leave it. Oh
Oh,
no, Myrtle.
No more mutations, but Myrtle is. After a lot of these, Myrtle is out. Like Myrtle is.
Don't worry, I'll get you to the competition.
It's fine. I can get through myself. I don't. It's fine. I got this. She tries to like stand up, and she just.
I'm like, and I prop her up with 2 tentacles, and we both walk out that way. I don't not use my hands.
See, I don't need your help.
You got it. You're doing so great, Myrtle.
Listen,
Fantastic.
I've been alive for so long.
Have.
I know how to handle my drinks. Okay.
I believe you.
It's fine. I got this.
I know.
Oh,
Am I still walking?
Yes, you are still walking, and I'm just carrying her. So we're walking.
Oh, I feel like I'm floating. Those really had something.
Yeah, you're practically flying with the drinks that you had.
So
Very graceful.
So at some point during all of this, on my carousing roll, Myrtle has said or done something that the establishment has taken as obnoxious.
Oh no.
And as you're leaving, maybe you're not so much leaving because you want to, maybe because you've been kicked out.
He doesn't know this.
And Jimmy Buffett's Tiki Palace.
It's okay. I got those 3 bugs before we got kicked out. It's fine.
Oh no.
Part.
All right. there are plenty of places to sign up. You could go to the stadium, or there's a large pavilion here in the village, as you found out they call it. It's getting on in a day, and at some point,
I'll walk Myrtle to whichever's closer.
it's certainly closer. We see like Weirus maybe walk by, headed to the Tiki Palace, because I think Weirus ended. You were talking to the one of the fish folk about something. I forget.
Yeah.
But we can kind of fast forward and get to a where everybody rendezvous together if you don't want. Or not.
My next step was to sign us up as a team.
Yeah. Maybe you'll run into each other at the pavilion.
Paris, I had one drink.
We're like
Weird.
10 people ahead of you in line.
I'm gonna cut in front of everybody.
I scold you. No cutsies. Come on, get out.
What are you getting?
We're both gonna get in trouble. We're both gonna get in trouble.
You're all very nice looking folks.
I've never met her in my life.
Hey, we've only been traveling for months now.
Oh! Come with me. I need to take you to the shorter line. No, I'm gonna use that line I use at conventions, where I'm gonna take you to like the line for crab ladies that need special assistance. There's usually no line because no one fits that. Yes. I mean, there's stories about me getting people past every line at every convention ever.
Okay.
Sharung, who ran the Blades in the Dark, he goes, just look at Grant skipping everything, and security guards yelling at him, but he just walks on past. It's like, hey, so Weirus is going to do that thing where I'm taking Myrtle to the front.
Yeah. All right. Okay. There's just some people up front. This is like this is a community event, and it's like, a bunch of people signing up.
She's blurry.
Yeah.
She's shaking.
Yeah. That was there. Please, the line. You were in it for so long. I watched you.
Oh. She puts her claw. Is there a table? Lightly slams it on the table. At least she thinks it's slightly being slammed.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. I think you look nice today. I hope you're hydrating and eating today. I have some apple pie in case you haven't. And she kind of slams it on the table. I want to sign up for the sports thing.
Oh, well, I mean, the lines. Is this?
But there's pie here.
Crispy.
It's very crispy.
We were supposed to be in a different line. Now we're in the correct line.
And
it's our turn.
Oh, you're with the. Oh, are you part of the exhibition then? You should have said something.
Well, we just did.
Well, there's a processing fee, but I'd be happy to expedite if I can. She is. What's your passive insight, Weirus?
My passive insight is a 12. But if she's stammering, I'm gonna lean in and blink, give her, a couple bats on my baby blues. What's the situation? Hair just kind of. Kiss curl.
I knew that there would be late arrivals, but we have a situation, and I can't. Maybe you can help, but I need for.
Sorry, Lindy. Yes, just like that. Oh, the reservation wasn't in my name. I'm just a random woman dressed like a pirate. Now give me the key to the hotel room. And they gave it to her. Then she came over to Shifty Grand Ellis. It's like, now let's go into someone else's hotel room and get what we need.
Sorry.
No one has heard from the Octopus team, and I don't think. Well, we don't have a fourth team for the exhibition.
Well, we're the fourth team. They forfeited. We step in. That's what we do.
How do you know they forfeited?
Because they're not here.
You've heard from them.
No, it's just that's the rules. It's regulation written before the foundation of this earth. If you don't show up, look,
cool.
You've got
this is current way over her head.
Yeah, it's just like if you don't show up to compete, you're out of the tournament. We are the fourth team. We're gonna make sure the community gets the best show, and we're gonna make it happen. Oh look, there's the Kraken baby.
That
So
that,
cute.
that,
I love
makes sense. That's really great. That makes sense. And you see, like, you know, she's like a lot of the Piscidoids here. You know, bipedal, has sort of like adaptations to live and survive underwater, but it's not like at home necessarily. There, it's just kind of like she can breathe underwater. She probably is adapted to it, but not like graceful or the like. And in places like this, just in the time you spend here, it's not like there's not much of a social stratification. But if it is, it'd be those who are not elegant or not don't have a combination of form and function that is appealing. So you don't see a lot of utilitarian coalents. Really, it's just those of that are on y'all's crew, the sort of hobgoblins that are, you know, really just, we're just going to put a shell here and a fin here and kind of call it a day. So yeah, she just seems a little nervous. I, if you have a team, I would be happy to enlist and enroll you in the tournament exhibition.
Well, moods and emotion aside, that's what we're here for.
Well, excellent. And your team name then?
The Big Bang Babies.
The Big Bang Babies. Okay.
We might look like babies, but we're not. I mean, the opposite.
You're an enormous crab person. I would never mistake you for a baby.
I mean, just in case you did.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Have you
been eating?
Yes.
I have pie. And she takes out another pie and puts it on the table.
So rich. Where did you get butter? Are you will your team be using magic in any capacity? Spells or enhancements and the like?
I assume so, yes.
And you observe the restriction on no permanent magical effects. Yes, only temporary ones. Yes, or you've read the
All
regulations.
things in life are temporary.
Not philosophically, temporally. In a, you know, and she thought she was going to be clever for a minute.
We do what we got to do.
I understand. Fill these out, please. Change just like some paper made from seaweed or something. And,
yeah, I fill it out with excellent penmanship.
Oh, what excellent penmanship!
Thank you. I've practiced hard. I love how I quickly turned Weirus into Grant Ellis at the DMV. So, you said something about vision restrictions? No, I don't care much for those. All right, we'll take it off.
And you have each of your players. This is the waiver. You know, there's all kinds of things. There's clearly, you know, they got some kind of organization going on here. But we don't have to role play out you filling out the forms. And then she hands you a brochure. She's like, here are the other teams. I'm sure you're familiar with them. And we're playing with the sunken goal rules. None of that floating or floating goals. She's seems less nervous.
All right. Well, you just tell us when to go out there, and we're gonna win this game.
Oh, it's not till tomorrow.
Well, is there any chance to practice on the field beforehand, or is that a?
Oh, certainly. Yeah, there's all kinds of, and you know, you vaguely maybe recall from the docks that there was a whole kiosk area to get a map and things like that. But she points you towards the practice. They're not fields, are they?
Rosters of the other team?
Arenas, yeah. But yes, the other teams, yes. Here you go.
Can we have the rosters? All right. Thank you.
Of course. And you're this, she goes through a whole thing. You're the second game. Here's where you can get ready. Here's here's who the refs are. It's supposed to be a fun sort of thing, but this is supposed to be the big one, the big game, the main event. Actually, not the main event. The main event's the race. This is the thing before the race.
Sorry, a little backstage chat.
Yeah. All right.
That's not in
wow.
character.
Oh wow.
So I got a question for chat. Maybe you guys can help me out, chat. I could use some names for the other three teams. One of them are a group of proper mermaids. They're like, Ariel and the like mermaids. And it's like roller derby mermaids. I don't know, something like that. And then two other teams. I don't know much about them yet. Because so we'll think of the I don't know, got chat. Just put it in there. We'll keep an eye on it. I don't know. Any of you guys, players, if you guys got an idea for a team name or something, I would take it.
The Mighty Ducks.
The Mighty Ducks is a great one. All right.
Coach Gordon Bombay, Emilio Estevez himself will guest star on the stream. He needs the work.
Mighty Ducks. Big Bad Babies.
That's one of them? Big Bad. Oh, that's us. That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm drunk. I will probably.
Oh wow.
Spoilers, I'm not. I swear.
Big Bad Baby.
Baby.
I'll give it a minute or two.
Oh my god.
We'll look at the other rosters here in a second, but I got some ideas as well. So you have the rest of the day, and tomorrow. You're going to need to find some more teammates, as you have to have at least 6 people to play.
Oh, okay. In that case, if somebody tells Myrtle that they need 2 more people, she's just gonna turn around, look behind the line, and whoever is there, do you want to be part of our team?
You see, first off, where's Calliope in all this?
Am I muted? I'm not muted. Well, I think by now, because it's been a while, she would have been looking for them, but at the same time, she's headed to the exact same place.
Okay. All right.
She's really...
Because Ottermus Prime is still with you, yeah.
He didn't... Yeah, he didn't go with me to the clinic, but he did meet up with me, we'll say.
Okay.
So yeah, well, maybe Ottermus. Is Ottermus a capable fellow?
Yeah. Wait, did you ask him about Power Blitzball?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I love Power Blitzball. I was a forward a few years ago, but the team broke up because of we had a problem with how the winnings were split. Yeah.
Well, we want to play, or else should I say I want to play. I want to win.
Oh, well, you never played before then.
Well, not exactly, but I mean, I've spent all my life playing water sports.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm in. Yeah, you need at least 6 to play, maximum of 10 people on the team. You want some people on the bench to serve. I don't know if you've played before. It's pretty fast paced. I can show you the ropes though if you like. It says with roguish charm.
Okay, all right. Show me the ropes.
Wasn't it just otter splaining?
Yeah. As you head back, swim back up from the clinic, he kind of goes over the brief thing. There's 6 people in the arena, and the idea is you take this ball, it floats, right? So it's always fighting against you. It's always trying to get up there, and you gotta put it through a hoop down at the bottom. See, it's stone. Sometimes it floats, it spins around, but I think that's bullshit, because it spins and it knocks it out, and just extra hard. It's hard enough trying to get it through the stone hoop down at the bottom without the whole thing spinning. Anyway,
yeah,
he stops getting worked up. So you swim around and you get it. They can't touch you, they can't choke you, they can't bite you, and they can't fin you deliberately, although sometimes it happens accidentally. They can stop you however way they want. Otherwise, you got to weasel your way out of there, swim around, that kind of thing. First to 12 points wins. You know, if you throw it through a hoop, that's worth 4 points. If you put it through with your paw or your flipper or something, that's worth 3. Penalties, take off 1 point.
Okay.
You know, no, it's whatever happens, you know. I tell you what, it's really fun because it's fast and you know, sometimes you get a real good, just I don't know, sometimes you like hurt, you know, like smashing somebody or something. You know, you can do that. You just swim full speed into it.
But you're not allowed to hit them.
No, you just can't choke them, bite them, or fin them.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds fun.
Grab a hold of them all you want. You can't take the ball out of their hands. If it slips out, then it's yours. You know. That's one.
That's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you want to play with, or what do you say?
Oh, you guys got a team going?
I have no idea, but we will.
Oh yeah, we should go sign up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go
sign up.
Talk to Slack Phone Place. Yeah, come on, let's go. And he's like super into it. He's a total Chad. He's a total Chad.
He is. Yeah. You could tell. Well, Chads are good for some things. So. Yeah. So the question is though. Oh, wait. Remind me. Who's Slyfunk again?
He's like one of the Colons, the aquatic hobgoblins on the ship.
Okay, yeah, because I remember that name and how much I loved it. So I had to double ask.
It's a bit of a bang.
Do you think Slagfunk would be able to help?
Oh yeah. He's a huge fan. He's like you know, he follows Crimson Tide, the Silver Hurricanes. He loves the what do they call them? All the old Krakens. You know, I don't like the old Krakens. The new Krakens, I like them. You know, but all the teams. You know, all the teams.
The newfangled Krakens.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then Calliope is going to, if she's walking, she's going to skip that way.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So let's say like Myrtle's looking around. People like right behind y'all in line are like really kind of just cheesed off at you because you got. And so, like, oh, players, we have a full team already. And you pick up, like, there may be like 1 or 2 people. They're like, yeah, we join. Why not?
So how many do we have then?
Well, who all are you need like, 6 more people? 5 more people?
Yeah. So, like, assuming Calliope and Artemis and maybe Slyfunk?
Yeah, do you go ask him?
Yeah, but I want to meet up with the others first.
Okay, sure.
Well,
yeah. All right. So, yeah, if there's plenty of people on the ship who would also be good. And you know, Artemis is like, I can go. If you're talking about just crewmen, people on the ship, I can go find us some other, put together the rest of the team.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's see. We've got you and me.
Yeah, that's 2.
Okay. Yep. Right. Yeah. And then Slyfunk.
All right, 3.
I doubt Larimar's going to be down.
I ain't seen him for days. They started writing in their dreams again, so I stayed away from him. You know, that's creepy. Oh,
that's good. Well, that's good to know. Thank you.
Magic. That's that magic shit they got going on. So
yeah.
But yeah, he's like he can fill it out. Right now, I think y'all need 5 because if it's Otter, plus the 4 of y'all, they just need 5 Slag
right.
and then 4 more he can put together. Yeah.
Okay.
Taco Bays will be the
Taco Bay.
Pretty good name for a team, Taco Bays.
Taco Bay.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. I have gotten it.
Yeah, you guys spend the rest of the day. We can do whatever you like to do. The other events are things like turtle shell tossing and There's a eel wrangling. How long can you hold on to some eels? How many of them can you hold on to?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you gotta pick up the most and hold on to them.
Excuse me. The main
Like
event.
10 limbs. I was born for this. An advantage on grappling.
Oh yeah, they have a whole thing. They're like, oh, you need to go to this is your category. There's a bunch of octophone.
Yeah, there we go.
And then the main event is a big race between here and the ruins of and I'm going to butcher my own name because I just am ruins of Thacinthos, which is a surface city that sank into the ocean pre-cataclysm, and it's kind of a most people stay away from it. If you've palled around town at all, you've probably heard someone mention it just because the race does that's sort of its midpoint. You race to the from the column to the ruins and back, and it's sort of a rite of passage because it's dangerous and you're sort of like have to make this trip through the kelp forest as fast as you can, find a specific thing within the ruins and bring it back in order to complete the race. And it's sort of another one of those, once the race starts, there's not really any rules. So that's what a lot of people do. Those are the events. I think that's everything I mentioned last week.
Well, crew, anybody else doing anything else other than blitzball? Is it called blitzball? No.
It's called Power Blitzball.
Oh, okay. I was close.
Myrtle doesn't know what she's doing. She's very drunk.
Still?
I'm a shoo-in.
Is it still is it the next day?
It's like getting on to be night.
Yeah, she's still drunk. She hasn't drank in so long.
Nice.
So.
Besides, what do we know? Maybe it's really easy to get crabs drunk.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
I think Weirist would try to find a place where nighttime activity is very prominent and perform musicians.
Yeah, there's a lot of
not like open mic stuff.
There's a lot of little places like that.
I thought you were just gonna end it at and perform.
Yeah, that's yeah, me too. That's what I thought. Busy.
Yeah, we're having a
Giggity.
Giggity.
So y'all just kind of basically chill for the rest of the night. No shenanigans.
Well, I begin training. I'm ready to wrestle some eels. And,
Oh yeah.
You know, gotta flex my tentacles.
Yeah. Ottermus comes back with Slagfunk, Merryweather, who is like, I'm a great goalie, kind of thing. And
That's
the diving suit
construct.
Yeah. And some of the, and like the Oceanids, or at least one of them, another one's out scouting. This one is what's her name? Phaedra, I think it's.
I've made great golly.
Right, and so he's like that.
Jim, in my head, he's Russian. I don't know why.
I don't think he's ever said anything like actually in character other than me jumping around.
Okay, but follow my logic here, right? Okay, so we've got talking robot in a sports movie, because it's now a movie. Automatically, I go to Happy Birthday, Polly from like Rocky, and from Rocky, I go to Russian. I think Rocky 3 is that the one?
Rocky 4, Rocky 3's.
I'm gonna be real with everyone. I have never seen a Rocky movie.
Jim Davis, you and I watching Rocky movies together. Slow motion if we have to. I want you to really get it.
I've seen one.
Which one? Was it worth it?
It might have been the first one. But
I saw the first one and most of the second
one. The first one won the Academy Award for Best Picture.
I don't remember them really, so it's technically like I haven't seen them.
Yeah, there you go. I just never seen them. I don't find them.
People fight and stuff.
Clubber Lang might be the best movie villain of all time, Mr. T.
Mhm.
It's
Mr.
great.
T. All right. I mean, I they're on sort of like a list of if they're on, I'll watch them. But then I don't have TV. I just got the Netflix and stuff, so they're never off, just on.
Yeah. Do people
Which
have
is the
TV?
problem with. But there's a problem with just streaming, like just streaming your shows. Is nothing ever's just on. You just gotta choose. Anyway, I could get on this soapbox, but we're playing, and I think the fact that I'm rambling tells me it's perhaps time to take a little break, and we'll take 5 or 10. Don't go anywhere because we're going to play and play test some rules that Grant helped me cook up this week for Power,
Mad
and see if it's
science.
not a huge mess or really exciting. Who knows?
Nice.
All right, we're back. We're live.
We are live. All right, we are back, and are doing a quick chat backstage, and your characters are getting ready for their match. They are doing some training, recruiting some last minute help in the form of financial assistance for jerseys, and in general, uh, ready for this event, the Bay-wide sporting event of the year, the games at Goldville. And like I said, they've taken a patch of the kelp forest, and this is, they sort of explained in part of the registration process that this is, we know it's fine, it's before the shelf, so the risk of danger at the stadium is very low. And it is indeed a sort of shaped bowl in the kelp forest that's been, worked and grown and shaped over the years to create a natural sort of amphitheater, which occupies sort of the bottom third of the arena you'll be competing in. But right now, they have all of the sort of the other games that they are promoting: the driftwood surfing, the turtle shell tossing, the eel wrangling, and there's even an aquathlon, which is a type of underwater wrestling event, which you have to remove ribbons from your opponent to sort of prove your dexterousness and grace in the water. Some of the events are on the surface, surfing and turtle shell tossing, of course, but most of them take place exclusively below the waves. And Golan is present for the beginning of the festivities. A sort of massive fleet of boats and aquatic peoples and the like are sort of bobbing along the surface of this otherwise kind of calm water. And Golan stands enormous, sort of this gigantic Neptunian figure with a sort of coral trident and like a crown of anemones. And he's very, as I said, ultra masculine, has a deep booming voice, is of course at this point maybe something like 60, 70 feet tall, and is chosen the form of a mermaid. And so the proportions of it sort of like this gigantic whale of a fishtail that comes out from him. And he's going on at length about the importance of competition and gamesmanship and athleticism, and these games are a ray of brilliance and brightness, and we should celebrate the athletes here, et cetera, and until he blows a giant conch shell and starts the games, and then swims back to the column where he'll remain.
Excellent.
Yeah. So first up is the turtle shell toss, which is it is competed from in the water or on a boat. Your choice as to which event, and basically you have as many opportunities as you like, up to 5, to see how far you can toss a turtle shell, which we will represent just like the highest athletics check that you guys get, whoever's competing gets. So Ophelia's going. Ophelia's up.
Mm-hmm.
I'll cheer people on.
What we got?
Oh my god. It's not awful. It's a 14.
14. Respectable, the first one.
I rolled single digits, but I forgot I was really good at athletics. Still not used to barbarian. Like strength, I have that?
Wait. And then any other player, I'll let y'all players go first, as Ophelia's first.
Ooh.
Weirs is going to do it.
Turtle shell skips across the water.
You gonna go strong?
Yeah, I got an unnatural 20.
Whoa, yeah. All right. Sails past.
Yeah, Before she throws it, though, she's gonna be like, you know what? I'm sorry. I might have gotten a little drunk last night. First time in a really long time, I promise, but I'm probably not gonna do that good, okay? So look away. All right.
It's just
Whoever's next, just go. It's fine. I butchered it. Especially takes a little peek.
You're like
Really, she did
Sophia
well.
from the Golden Girls on the bowling episode. Oh. I was muted. I said you were like Sophia from the Golden Girls on the bowling episode where you just kind of throw it.
It was a very specific reference.
Pro.
So never seen an episode of Golden Girls.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
really
I know.
tried.
Same.
Listen, did it have a lightsaber in it? I didn't
Yes.
watch it.
They had George Takei on an episode.
Listen, Star
Nice.
Trek does not have lightsabers. I did not watch Star Trek as a child. I was 38 years old before I saw Star Trek.
I haven't seen Star Trek.
They're good. I really like them.
I like Voyager. Voyager's my favorite.
I really liked Voyager too. I even watched 2 seasons of Enterprise before I gave up.
Well,
Anyway,
Weir's got a 22.
yeah, the 22.
We're
Whereas
17 plus 5.
a turtle shell sails
strong.
over, lands, makes a little splash. They mark it. Lots of ooh.
Yeah, and it's like a big flourish to the crowd. We're talking like Knight of Flowers from Game of Thrones, just like ha ha.
I don't understand that reference either.
Big
But
Josh hasn't seen Game of Thrones.
and now I don't really care so much.
Anyway, is Calliope going to attempt a turtle shell throw?
Oh hell no! But she is cheerleading.
All right,
Possibly, actually.
my first competitor in this this match is they rolled poorly. Their shell falls short of even Myrtle's. 10 is what I got. We can just we can go in that rough order and just sort of see again who's got the high roll. Much better this time. No.
10. I'm not doing good at this
Oh
one.
no!
This is not her game. She's not a thrower. She's a grappler.
What's
I
Myrtle?
got a 24.
Ooh. That beats mine. I got a 22. What about Weiris?
All right, don't fail me, Weiris. Don't be soft. I got 22 again.
Oh, 22. All right, last one. When I say 5, let's go 3.
Yeah, let's say 3. Yeah.
2 out of 3. Yeah.
23.
Oh no, no good. 18.
21.
21.
Ready to come back. The very end.
23.
Oh wow.
We tied.
So Weiris got a 22. What was your
I
first
got a
number?
22, 22, and a 23.
22, 22, 23, and then Myrtle got like
Bunch of 20s.
a bunch of 20s. They were all like 22.
20 some.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go team, go!
All right.
Short-term memory loss. I don't know.
Okay. All right. I think it's probably let's do one more between Weiris and Myrtle because I wasn't ready.
Oh.
19.
18.
What was it?
I got a 19.
Oh, you got a 19? I got a 14.
Oof. All right. So in this, we'll say this one that Weiris comes in first, Myrtle second, and I believe that Ophelia would then come in third. As you guys, throw your turtle shells, skipping them across the waves. All
I
right.
think we're supposed to begin moving little carts while we do that.
Next up is the driftwood, and this one
Yes.
is they've got a variety of pieces of driftwood, various sizes and shapes, and the idea is that you stay on as long as you can. Kind of a combination surfing and log rolling competition.
Okay, yeah, definitely gonna do that one.
All right. Okay, this is an acrobat.
Yeah.
This is an
I'm doing
acrobat.
all of them. Acrobatics.
Sort of same way. High roll. Actually, we're going to write things
I
down.
dropped it.
Oh, she is remembering her surfing days, and is super excited to be here. Yeah, King Elvis would like to host surfing conventions.
Yeah.
30-20 if it's acrobatics.
Nice.
19,
19,
I believe.
20. How about
Virus is abstaining.
6? Virus is abstaining. All right. This sounds like Myrtle falls off pretty early in the competition, and both, and as well as the some of the other competitors from.
I see that guy who was flirt with me.
Yeah. Let's see what he rolls. He's got a 17, so he's not.
He's not bad.
He's not bad. Yeah. He's got like big flipper feet.
Oh, nice balance. Yeah.
You want to roll another round?
Let's do it.
Go, Calliope and Ophelia still on.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
Get out of here.
No, I'm 2. Natural 20.
17.
17. And how much was that for the 20? For Ophelia?
22, because it was a natural 20.
22. All right.
I'm not great at acrobatics.
All right. And then I got 19 for.
But I'm rolling good.
All right. There we go. All right. No one has fallen off yet. So the three, Ophelia, Calliope, and this guy, I don't think I ever named or gave a name for, is.
Myrtle yelled at him before that.
We can give him a name real quick. We got to give him one more roll, and then we can see how it goes. Ooh. No, come on, guy. Songs.
I only got a 14.
A 14?
Worse and worse.
Oh, no. How about for Ophelia?
7.
Oh.
Oof. Well, I
rolling 18, 20 to 5.
right. So, and then Zonts, who was Zonts, it falls off his log as well as he gets an 11. And Calliope, even though you are sort of like on the way to falling, is the last one standing.
I'll high five our high tentacle Zonts underwater.
He's like, yeah, that's great.
Calliope is very tickled with this.
He's like, I'm looking forward to that game later.
Oh yeah. It's going to be great. I'm doing all of them.
He's got to have a name for like a full something. It's a full Golan. Yeah. All right. She's going for an EGOT. All right. Eel wrangling, if you'd like.
This is my jam.
Right. Eels are incredibly slippery. They have advantage on their.
Would you say this is a grapple check?
It's an opposed grapple check.
Well, I have advantage.
And so they dump all the slippery, slimy eels into the water.
Another D20 right here. For my advantage.
And yeah, this is kind of like the little kids sheep roundup at a rodeo. You've
Okay.
ever seen one of those?
Yeah. Well, I've seen the ones where they grease up a pig.
Similar to that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's sort of a free for all kind of a fun little thing. But let's see. Ooh, I rolled my best roll for the eels that you're attempting to hold on to is a 8 plus 14.
I got a 22.
All right, so Ophelia starts off strong with a good grip on a clutch of eels who are hissing and trying to wiggle out. All right,
Grab them
let's
so
see.
hard they all die, and it's like,
First,
I can hold so
the
many.
first round of it. Let's see if they can do. attempt to escape. 19.
Ooh, how about a 24? I rolled a natural 19.
Oh my god.
Knock it out. All around you, eels slipping out of others' grasp. No, that wasn't. 19 wasn't good. Then a 15.
22?
All right.
Oh,
Ophelia takes home the victory for eel. As the so you guys are
Please tell me
underwater.
it's like an eel leather belt. Like a big.
Yeah. Prize belt.
Yeah.
So these three have all taken place on or near the surface. These sort of events where people have been, watching from their boats. There's a lot of like cheering. It's got kind of like a Daytona Beach spring break vibe, but less like pervy and grotesque, and more just like lighthearted and circusy. But there's the sort of the crowd, which by now has drawn hundreds of people from the villages. People have come from surrounding settlements. There's all sorts of merfolk and pysonoids who are here. You see, there's even like, Drakeborn, which is sort of like the aquatic dragonborn sort of types, flippers and gills instead of the wings. And it's just a sort of a big crowd of folk who have gathered, and it keeps getting bigger throughout the day. Is anyone going to competing in the? Well, that's it for the events, because the next one is the Power Blitzball. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Someone roll me a d6, please.
I shall roll it. 1.
Nice. You're only going up against the Mighty Ducks.
Hey.
Now, the Mighty Ducks are a group of, let's call them platypus folk, and other kinds of like
Rune Quest, the cabbage ducks.
those are the Durules.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So they're like some of them are like anthropomorphic duck people. Others of them are platypus. They all have bills and are avian and like cormorants, or another, I don't know, maybe even a penguin or a puffin or something like that.
I love puffins.
Yeah. But there they are, flightless aquatic bird folk with their flippered fins, and, like so. They are the first team. How this will go down, we'll kind of give both a breakdown again of the rules of Power Blitzball as envisioned by me around yesterday, and as well as how we'll handle the rules. So it is 6 players in the arena, 10 total, and if for whatever reason players need to be switched out, there is no stopping in the game. Once the ball is in play, it is in play until there is a score or some kind of penalty. It uses, as I've said, a slightly modified or a slightly buoyant ball, so that if you're not holding on to it or grasping it, it will rise fairly quickly to the surface. And if it passes out of bounds of the arena, and you're the last person to withhold it, then it's it's a mark against your team. You can throw the ball, but it has an effective range that is equal to 2 times your strength modifier plus a d10. So it's never quite the same. And part of the difficulty in Power Blitzball is eventually that the water gets so just churned up by all this thrashing and swimming that the ball can't really be controlled beyond, once it leaves your hand anyway. If you're within 10 feet of the goal, you can attempt to throw it through, but that is a DC 30 check. You can lower that by a variety of means, as well as give yourself a bonus, which is what the skill challenge portion of it is. But basically, you are playing until one team gets to 12 points, 4 points for throwing it through the hoop, and 3 for placing it there with tentacle, claw, or fin. You cannot touch or grasp a ball that is already being held. There is no choking, biting, or deliberate finning. And the loose ball is up for grabs, but like I said, it does rise to the surface very quickly. That's about it for the rules.
But there's nothing about shaking a person.
You can grab them, slam into them, get in their way.
Just gonna grab the person who has the ball and just shake them. Let go.
Yeah, and so that's sort of the name of the game. And then it's up to them to hold on to it as long as they can, and hopefully have teammates who can help get them out. Is kind of how it goes. It's very fast paced. Yours is the second game of the day, so you had a chance to watch sort of the first one, and Honormus and Slagpunk really got into it. But it's pretty fast paced and sort of, rough kind of game.
I assume there's no spell casting.
There is none once the game begins. You are allowed to use temporary magic. That is to say, any magic that has a duration. So no magic items or permanent effects and the like, unless you're sort of just born that way. Like, you can't do anything about that. And most everyone here has something, like that. But there's nothing like casting a spell while you're playing.
Okay, all right.
There's no spell casting in the arena. If you want to cast a spell, you have to sit on a bench. So you have to sub out for somebody else. Or you have to do it before it starts.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. I was going to cast something.
What were you?
I was going to cast Pass Without Trace and see if I couldn't be like a really sneaky forward or something like that.
That's
just like
pretty smart.
Yeah, that is, and it's that was 10 minutes or an hour or something. Like but it's not permanent.
No,
it is still temporary. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they're saying is if you can Pass Without Trace is fine.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
She concentrates and tries it and goes for it, and I'm gonna roll to make sure. Nope.
Nothing happens.
No wild magic.
All right, so that's sort of the in setting rules for the game. It's free for all the like. So how we'll handle this is each like skill challenge represents an attempt to score the goal, and we'll have a variety of outcomes depending on y'all's ratio of successes to failures. Almost all these rolls are going to be opposed by the opposite team. So, if you tell me, all right, so and so on our team has the ball, I want to move to be in a position to be a better place to score whenever they pass to me or something. Mm-hmm. Then I might say, okay, but you've got someone else on your tail who's following you, which means when they pass to you, they might make an attempt to steal it. And I don't have necessarily a procedure for this yet. I have the parts of one, the rough skeleton of one, and we're going to play and see how it all fits together. But the idea is that basically there's a gradated success. It's not either or. And the outcomes ranging from you have an opportunity to take a shot to you lose the ball and it passes to the other team. Let's see if there's any last bits. Oh, yes. You can get bonuses for every success on your team. When you go to make a shot, you will get a bonus, and I'll let you know what that is when you make it. That's called momentum. It's I'm drawing on both Warhammer 4th edition and like the 2D20 from Modiphius have a sort of similar kind of like, as long as you keep winning, you get a bonus kind of thing.
Nice.
Stop, it kind of goes away. So in this case, you lose momentum by missing a shot, or any round in which you've got a partial success. Like if you have to go to a second one because it's like, oh man, we did really well, but we weren't able to take a shot yet. Then you would lose some of your momentum, but not all of it. So you can keep it up. I don't know. We'll see how it works. There's a lot of questions I have about how this works because I've never played it this way. Take several things and mash them together, and here we go. So y'all watch the first one. Someone roll me just any die. Let me know if it's Ogre.
I got a natural 20.
Okay, so That's even, which means the Taco Bays defeated the Shell Shark Chasers in their match, meaning that it is up to you and the Mighty Ducks. So, and the Dragon Turtles arrive like an hour after the game starts. They're like, oh, but you guys took their place. So,
Nice.
the first roll will be for initiative, which will determine who gets to act first. The team which possesses the ball will act first. You guys will act as a team. There's no order other than one team goes, the other team goes. And pretty much whoever has the ball, who has initiative, you can do a thing. Most of this is resolved with like skill checks and the like, but you just tell me what you want to do or how you would like to contribute to this particular play, and we will work out what that translates into. It might be a ranged attack roll. It might be an athletics check. It might be a constitution save. So the idea then is that you can do something that's offensive. If you're a part of, if you have initiative, you can attempt to, even if you don't have the ball, swim to a position to score. You can protect the person that has the ball. It's that those are sort of the kinds of things that you can do. All of them are opposed rolls. So, if you don't have any questions, we can.
I do.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Does Myrtle still have advantage on initiative?
Yeah, that's as far as you know, that is a change that was made to Myrtle's nervous system because of the drink.
So it's forever?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. Sick. Cool.
So yeah. Generally, what's going to happen is someone's going to throw the ball into the water, and it's sort of like a basketball, not tip off. I've never played a sport. It's the basketball moment where they start the thing and there's a whistle and they throw it. Anyway.
Yes.
They eat it.
Yes, they eat
you
it.
Got it.
Thank
You're
you.
good.
You're welcome. My sports.
Yeah, there you go. What'd you say, Greg? They yeet it into the water, and basically, usually you pick your fastest, strongest swimmer to be your person to grab the ball.
Calliope.
So yeah, Clive. They've got somebody who's very much like a sleek strong. They got like a cormorant.
Well, I'm in otter form. First off, as soon as I got a chance, I approached. I'll go. I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Okay. What? So I preferred if I could do some acrobatics, maybe like a little tail flip or a.
So this is the role to see who is going to get the ball to determine if they are offensive or defense. So it's initiative, and if there's, here's where we go. I will let anybody who can like sort of, if you could see in your character's past or whatever that they are familiar with the game, would have played, whatever, then you can add your proficiency bonus to these. But most of the time, we'll just use your regular skill. I meant for like initiative and stuff. Use your full skill bonus that you have. Anyway.
I mean, I can make a strong case. No. I can make a strong case that Cal might be pretty good at this, since she's like spent her whole life as a court acrobat and.
Sure.
When in doubt, have an otter do it.
I was gonna say like otters play all the time. This is like it's like they've made rules for a game that you've already been playing. In some ways. Okay. All right, so you can add your proficiency bonus to initiative.
Okay. Right, so that's going to be only 14, I think.
Yeah. I got 13.
Oh, hey.
All right, so two of you, you both go for the ball, and at the last minute, Calliope gets it first, meaning that Team Big Bang Babies has possession. They are offense, and now you can kind of just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. How you have basically like a 50-foot sphere. It's not particularly big, right? That's total diameter, and the upper portion of it is just there's not really much there. There's like surface basically. and then at the bottom is 50 feet down through this like kelp forest. The goals, sorry, right. The goals are down at the bottom, and we're going to use like abstracted movement. So your Calliope's at the top. Y'all can strategize. Tell me what you guys do.
So I want to create some space for y'all. I'm gonna try to like deceive them. Like I'm going long, and like I'm obviously going to swim at like 70% speed, so their defenders think they can catch me. And you know, I'm like the glitter boy. It's just kind of like, hey, oh, I'm the star player. Look at my armor, and like hopefully I can lure more defenders to me, so that our crab mom and octopus killer person, our eel wrangler, can get into a better position.
Okay, so that sounds like a deception
100%.
to me. All right. Anybody else have? So you're just looking for like how you contribute to the play. So
Did you say that tackling was allowed or was not allowed?
tackling is very much allowed.
It is it?
Tackling, holding, just know like don't make them bleed or try to kill them.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, same.
But Myrtle would also, well,
Want to win?
well, maybe she would want to tackle some people.
Okay.
Will do her best, not give them any bloody noses. You know how it be.
So you're gonna block and sort of like whoever's, like okay, all right.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm ready to grab as many people as possible.
Okay, so if we've got Ophelia and Myrtle like physically blocking others,
Crowd control.
crowd control, and we've got Wirrus over here sort of like.
And I've got like one tentacle out to catch a ball if a pass is needed.
Okay.
I think Ottermus is being set up to get passed to if needed.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So we've got two other members on the team. They can be from Face Name, who is the extraplanar merfolk, Slagfunk, Merryweather, and Ottermus.
All right.
Two more of them on the field.
All right. So I'm trying to move real quick. As soon as I get it, I'm going to try to get as much distance toward my toughs, my blockers.
Okay.
While at the same time looking for the best person to open. Maybe like a perception check,
Yeah, certainly
or something like that.
Perception to sort of quickly assess the situation. Who you can. There's a variety of ways to pass. You can hand off. You can throw. Although trying to pass to someone underneath you is difficult without a handoff. But
True.
yeah. So what are you saying? Ottermus is the other member of the team, and then the sixth would be preference for like the sixth person on the team.
Extraplanar merfolk.
Yeah. All right. Phase name.
Yeah.
So both Ottermus and Phase Name are good, sort of like all-arounders, and they are both following in the wake of the blocking, but also keeping themselves in an advantageous position to score if need be.
Excellent. Yeah.
Kind of like what Wirrus is doing.
If it matters, I got an 18 on that, but I'm going to I'm gonna see if Ottermus can pull through.
Okay, so that was a perception from Calliope and deception from Wirrus, and then for both Ophelia and Myrtle, athletics. Checks.
I got a 7.
I got a 17. We gotta stop doing that. We keep doing like
I know.
of 10.
We need to get highs, no lows.
Yeah. All right. So this is the attempt here. And how about for Wirrus?
Wirrus got 19.
Over 19. Oh, yes. Okay. And that. All right. So I will tell you, here we go. You got 6 for Myrtle. Just a second. So, y'all are at a partial success for the thing. So it looks like as though Myrtle is down there blocking one of the larger, sort of beefier, maybe like a well-fed platypus person.
Yeah.
Slams and collides with Myrtle, and while the two of you are trying to figure out how to get past each other and get what you want, you sort of both not take a tumble, but create sort of a spill, a pile up in the swimmers. So if you got a 6, he got a 7. So it's like not great, but also sort of stops you, but it's not pretty. For Weirus, Weirus was a success, but one of the other team members follows you for a second or two thinking something, and then more of them pick up on on this one must be someone to keep an eye out on, star player with their pretty hair. Your ruse has worked.
Beautiful.
And then Ophelia got a 16. Is that those yours?
17.
17. Yeah, Ophelia is all over the place, both in terms of blocking and being in an advantageous position, as well as Artemis. Baisne has got people all over, well covered. So you're in an advantageous position. That was 3 successes, so you'll have +6 to any goal that you tip. And so the ball's still in play. We'll do another round as Team Big Bang Babies has advanced across the field, forming a bit of a hole from Ophelia, as well as sort of a big pile up.
That is a name. That is a name that we chose.
So we don't roll initiative because you guys still have the ball. So it's another. What kind of what y'all's moves?
Weirus is going to take the nearest defender to him and flip him upside down so he's disoriented. Just since they're underwater, they'll be upside down now.
Yeah. So that's basically like a grapple, modified grapple throw. All right. So Weirus is attempting to flip some of them. How about rest of y'all?
I think Myrtle would want to keep blocking specifically the big otter, the thick otter.
Yeah.
Because she likes a challenge and she feels like she didn't do a great job the first time. Ooh, she's gonna get him.
All right.
She's gonna get him.
All right. So still blocking. Gonna get this guy. How about Ophelia?
Ophelia is gonna start moving closer to the goal in case backup's needed, and just gonna have like a couple tentacles free in case a pass is needed because she can throw it pretty well.
Yeah. So
she's kind of setting up to either pass and throw or distract and block. She's
all right. So you're like all in it, just ready to go. Okay. Yeah. So I think we'll just go with we'll keep with another athletics for Ophelia as you're maneuvering and getting closer to the goal. And Calliope, you see that both Ophelia and Artemis are open. Artemis looks like he's sort of like dodging out of the way of anyone who's trying to stay on top of him and getting into a good position.
Okay. All right. I'm going to try Artemis. I'm going to hope that he comes through.
Okay.
So let's see. I'm going to try to get to him because I think that'll be easier to try to pass.
Y'all are fast enough swimmers that you could do a handoff.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Otherwise, you'd have to pass. You have to throw it.
I'm thinking handoff would be the best way.
Okay.
Let's see. Maybe an acrobatics or a.
Yeah, anything swimming related is acrobatics.
Okay. All right. Luckily, I have advantage on those.
And then what was? How about the athletics checks for Myrtle and Ophelia?
18.
I got a 19 on that, Jim.
19. And then for Myrtle?
15.
15. All right. Oh, this is a great round because I got 19 for Artemis. And okay. All right. So that is another 4 successes for you. That is y'all close enough to attempt. Going to be whoever's actually it's Artemis unless someone else has moved in. Ophelia might be closer. You advance again. Almost time to take a shot. Pretty much everybody's plans paid off and sort of were successful, except for Ophelia, who is just kind of getting mobbed. I rolled a natural 20.
Oh.
Just sort of like, block.
They're like, oh, she's getting in position. Get out the tentacle. Cover every tentacle.
Get out those arms. Yeah, sort of like that. And Phase Snake continues to be
starting to make me a little angry. I'm not gonna lie.
So yeah, I actually let's see. And then Clive, you already have rolled yours.
I did, yeah. Although I'm if it's another round of stuff, I'm going to move into position.
Okay.
To
Artemis goes in for a shot, and I guess 18, and passes it through the hoop with his hurry for 3 points for the Big Bang Babies.
All right.
Everybody breaks, and there's another, and roll initiative again. So you kind of get to see how the flow of it goes. The idea is that you rack up enough successes to get to unlock the ability to take a shot. If you get failures, then they would steal the ball from you, intercept, that kind of thing. So we'll see how it goes. 3 points for Big Bang Babies. Calliope, you want to... do you want to continue, or do you want someone else to try to take possession?
Let's see. Yeah, let's do. Oh gosh, Ophelia, do you think you wanna? Think you could do it?
I can try.
Or what about either Ophelia or Weiros?
I have a plan. If you pass it to me, I'm gonna be a playmaker.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's do. Ophelia, if you want to, give it a shot. I'm curious.
Okay.
All right.
18. Wait,
my.
plus 2. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. I
Oh.
got 4 for
Okay.
mine. As swoops in, Mr. Cormorant snatches the ball with a aquatic feathered hand limb appendage. So in this case, I'll kind of give you an idea of what this team is doing, which I got some preset kind of options. And the idea is that you are working to rack up enough successes that you could steal a ball, or at the very least, stop them in their tracks and cause them to slip up somehow. This is in these in particular, like if you fail a roll, then you could potentially start getting points deducted from your score. But we'll see how that goes, because I don't want this to necessarily stretch out into a big.
So
it could be. Who knows how? Who knows? So Cormorant takes it. They're sort of attempting a similar. They don't really have a lot of blockers necessarily. Certainly, like
we have a strong defense.
Yeah, they've got beefy platypus guy and a couple of like puffins who are squat and puffy, but no like they don't have an Ophelia or a Myrtle, and so they are attempting to use speed and maneuverability to get around you, as opposed to pushing through. And so that's generally their strategy. They do a lot of like passes back and forth. They're trying to like razzle dazzle.
Can I grapple the person who is currently holding the ball?
Certainly.
And I want to shake them really hard until they drop it.
Okay. So Ophelia's going straight after, going straight for the ball handler.
Yes, I am.
How about everybody? I'm gonna be in athletics.
It's gonna be a 23 to grapple. Shake.
Oh, okay. So in this case, Ophelia, as y'all are swimming towards them, they're attempting to maneuver around you and does not, and is grappled by Ophelia as he attempts a smart little maneuver. Ophelia has got the guy with the ball. Keeps a hold of it, so he still has it.
Mm-hmm.
And what would everybody else like to do? At this point, it's sort of like everybody's rushing in to, it's like a scrum, right?
So I am under the effects of the Pass Without Trace. I'm going to attempt to stealth towards their goal so that if our defense can't hold them, I'm going to intercept.
Okay. All right.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weirus was thinking about kind of cutting halfway, so it's one of those things. Hopefully, say maybe Myrtle can get the ball 3, kick it to Weirus, who sets it up to Ophelia, who puts it in easy.
All right. So then, okay. So how about Myrtle then?
Yeah, if you need me to kick, I will kick the heck out of stuff. Would that be an athletics?
Yes. Yeah. That would be an athletics. So you guys are trying to wait until they attempt to score.
Mhm.
Calliope shuts that down, and then gets the ball to who Weir's or Myrtle.
Here's how kind of I picture it. There's like a big fuzz mess of all this grappling. It's nonsense. I think Myrtle's gonna get in there and just boom, kick it down. I'm gonna be halfway. I'm gonna pass it to Calliope. She's gonna put it through, and then we're gonna flourish to the audience, who's gonna cheer wildly.
Okay.
Emphasis on that second part.
Yeah. Right.
I got a 22.
22.
Mhm.
Right. And so that gets 22, and then stealth for Calliope to attempt to slink away and get a position, and then I feel like it's like if you're setting them up and like trying to get people in the right position, it feels like an intelligence check, but it also there's no immediate skill
It's
for
sort
that
of
kind
like
of thing.
this. I only come into effect if Myrtle's successful. That's the only time I need to do this high risk pass.
23, by the way, Jim.
Okay.
And I was going to argue, if Myrtle's not successful, I'm at disadvantage on whatever my next thing is because I'm out of position.
Right. All right, let's see. Okay, yeah, you haven't made your roll yet. Then there's not a roll for you. All right, so we've got Calliope, we've got Ophelia, the scrum. Let's see how that goes. Let's do another. As more of them attempt to sort of break their friend out and create a mess there in the middle. I got a 24 to attempt the breaking out.
Ooh.
This is Ophelia.
Plus athletics,
Yes.
24.
All right. So this mass of swimmers and Ophelia, and there's now 3 or 4 of the
I
other.
imagine there's 2 tentacles that are inside that are just shaking this guy look at the ball, and the others are just all fending off these other people.
The resistance of the water does nothing.
But in all of that, he loses control of the ball, and it goes free. And so we've got a free ball that's floating.
I just want to grab everybody. Just, ah!
Okay. Yeah, most of them are grappled up with Ophelia. So basically, I'm going to do this. I think Weirus may be in the only. I forgot about the 2 of them. Yeah, thank you.
No, I'm gonna score it. No, you don't.
Yeah.
I
think maybe FaZe-Nay this time she's like, oh, you were all on top of me last time, but they're all concerned about Ophelia now. Phase Day was ready for it. Artemis Prime.
Borderline super angry octopus lady. I would
Yeah. Artemis was like, got into the scrub. He's like, oh yeah, and dove right in there.
Yeah.
So Phase A takes a hold of the ball and enacts y'all's part of the plan. So who's open?
Not me right now.
Whereas
That was my goal, to get into open
to get open.
open water. Yeah.
All right. If Weirs is open, then she grabs it and swims right to you, passes it off to Weirs. Which means you have an opportunity, or y'all have an opportunity. The team has an opportunity to potentially score.
Debonair,
let's do it.
smile. I'm going to chuck it to Calliope, put it through the hoop, do what you were born to do.
Are the goals
And
at
this better
opposite
be
ends?
like a backflip kick to the hoop. This is
Yeah.
water ballet. Come on. High stakes. Make it pretty.
Right. Yeah. The goals themselves are they're about 30 feet apart. They're not quite on the bottom. They sort of rise up on pillars.
Okay. Then yeah. I would have ran a course for that. I'll do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna get it, shoot it.
All right. And then in that case, I need Weirs to make me a ranged attack roll.
I got a 17.
And all right. And I don't. Yeah, Calliope don't really need to do anything else. Whoops. All right. And you're in a position. You have 4 momentum, so +4, and otherwise you can take a shot.
All right.
It is basically a melee attack roll, which you can use obviously whichever strength or dex that you like, or if you wish to attempt to throw it through, that is a ranged attack roll.
No, I'm fast enough. I'd rather pass it in.
Okay.
Here we go. So let's see. That'll be +8 total, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 19 + 8, 27.
All right. Yes. So 27 gets that plus. Yeah. So you pass it right through the stone hoop. Another 3 points for the Big Bang base. And at this point, there's a brief break in the play as these rounds are fast and the water's all churned up, but the crowd's sort of like. This is a rousing event. All right, so we could do another couple if y'all want, and sort of see what happens. Or yeah, I think that's pretty fast. Anything y'all do during a break?
Hydrate a lot.
Okay.
Turtle is still kind of hungover. She's doing her best.
Ophelia has to calm down.
Yeah.
She almost raged, but she held herself back a little bit. So.
Yeah.
Is there any cuties in the crowd I can flourish for?
Certainly.
All right. I'm gonna point at them. Let them know this next one's for them. I never expected that noise to come out of you, Jeff.
So, everybody make me Constitution saves at DC 10.
Okay. Oh, for see if you pass out or not, because I've done all the things.
Yeah, this is just basically sort of an exhaustion.
Failed.
Yours failed.
I'm so glad the DC was 10 because I got 10.
I
The
too got
goils make me
10.
Where's
noise.
the exhaustion?
What is going on with you guys?
A 5, but
I passed by 1, so I don't have a lot of room to talk.
What save was this again?
con.
Again, glad sorcerers have concept.
Con saves, yeah.
Yes.
My total was 14.
I have
Oh,
great constitution.
nice.
I just rolled like a nat 1.
Yeah, same.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Artemis looked pretty winded too, and is going to sub out for Slagpunk,
Come on, you guys.
midfielder. Very
We
much.
can do it, team.
Yeah.
So y'all are up at 6 points, 6-0. The other team's like, oh, what's going on? They bring in a swan.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, they bring in a beast of a swan person, like a big long-necked.
Swans are mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
There used to be swans on Earth that were like 12 feet tall and hunted people that were like 3 feet tall. Yeah.
What?
I don't wanna,
Serious. I'm not kidding around. Like there were.
I'm gonna Google this right now.
Yeah, I forget what they're called, but they're
Giant people eating swans.
it was like maybe on I think it's maybe on Madagascar. There's like a person that was like a person, like a ancestor.
Giant mega swan discovered in New Zealand.
New Zealand, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
They're gigantic, terrifying.
Huh.
You don't need to make monsters. You just like use earth creatures.
Yeah, seriously.
Let them breathe fire. Anyway. So yeah, they bring in a big swan person, beefy, mean, big long, squawking neck, and have it squat the goal.
Ugh.
I'm gonna try to sweet talk him.
Sweet talk the swan.
That's damn right. Yes.
What are you gonna say to this swan?
I am going.
Nice, Nick.
Yeah.
Does he look like he's real proud of his neck?
Oh yeah, it's a swan.
What does he look like? What does he look like he's not proud of? Does that make any sense?
Yeah. What does it look like he's not proud of?
What's he
What
trying
is
to
he
cover up?
insecure about?
He's probably pretty sensitive about his tiny feet. He's got life-felt feet.
Small.
Oh yeah, he's got life-held feet. Yeah.
Yeah, he's insecure about his feet.
I am going
Have him
to.
talk like Choose Goose. I don't know what you did up with.
I love it.
Why would you make fun of my feet?
I am going to compliment his feet, and his neck, and I'm going to say like I'd love to talk to you afterward about. Well, crap, I can't think of it, but
Yeah,
I say something charming.
you've got a charming thing to say. Okay, so what are you trying to do? Rattle him?
A little bit, yeah,
Okay,
because I want to play against him, like get him distracted. That's what I want to do.
gotcha. Maybe it's an intimidate check. It's just a different kind of intimidate, right? You're trying to get inside his head.
On the side of his dome.
Yeah.
Well, I come off like an airhead, and obvious. I got a 6.
Okay.
So
There's time now for Weirs to do something.
Okay. This is a dirty trick, but
Okay.
it's what I have to do since I'm sucking wind. I'm going to put a gig mark over my eyebrow. Now, gig marks are a pro wrestling term. I'm going to take a little blade and put a little incision over my eye. And when we get into the scrum and they hit me, I'm going to act like they cheated and they busted me open. I'm going to start bleeding everywhere. I'm going to be like, what? And try to get their star player kicked out of the game. I'm really going to ham it up.
That Cormor is the real star player. Okay, all right.
that's fantastic.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I
Okay.
was like, what? How can I cheat? Oh, I'm going to flop and just be, oh.
Yeah. All right. So who's up? Who's roll initiative?
I could try to do it this time.
Do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you go. Yeah, Myrtle's got
Advantage. Ooh. That's a 14.
4, 6. So no, you Myrtle has the ball.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
They swapped out some players. Cormoran is now in midfield, looking like it's gonna
Looking like
try
a
to
snack.
do something different. So they've got this like I don't know, like a kestrel, another kind of aquatic bird.
Nice.
But Myrtle's claw grabs it first. All right.
Everybody's a fan of the Kestrel. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, crew.
So Myrtle has the ball. What's y'all's play?
I would like to part of it, or at least at the beginning, to kind of like body check some people if possible.
Okay.
And then we'll see where life takes us.
You're just gonna like brute force your way through the first couple.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
All right. So that'd be an athletics for Myrtle.
14.
All right. 14. Let's roll this 3 from others. All right, who else is next? So Myrtle has started drive towards the goal and has knocked the first 2 of their players like just out of the way.
I'm gonna
Oh.
try to get the crowd to cheer for me and root as if they want me to score, so it'll be even more tragic when I get busted open.
Yeah.
I went concern.
Um,
Perhaps Grant has done this ploy before.
yeah. Right. So trying to work a big crowd. It feels different than just a persuasion, but it's also
Performance?
Performance.
I think
Yeah.
performance feels like performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With disadvantage, I got a 22 because I'm
I
exhausted.
have disadvantage. Just
Oh,
on
I'm
strength and
exhausted.
dex.
I
Just strength.
thought it was all.
No, not yet. That's like 4th level exhaustion.
No,
No.
that's first
Oh,
level
is it?
exhaustion. It's all ability checks.
What am I thinking of? That's just strength and dex.
Mhm.
Probably being grappled or something.
Probably so. Okay, yeah. All right, then it's all of them. All right.
Woof.
What do you got?
Oh, I got a 22 with disadvantage to get them
Yeah.
all to start cheering for Weirus,
Nuts.
and I'm trying to get my fangirls like really into it. And
Yeah, they've got some like
signs.
fan, I don't know what you call them anymore. I wouldn't call them cheerleaders because they're not like,
Yeah, they get a bunch of signs and they all hold a letter.
Is there
I
somebody
would have
leading a chant?
a
Like
row of tubby
you're sort of
dudes with their shirts off and they painted WIRIS on their shoulders.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, yeah.
someone shows up in a mascot, a big baby.
Giant Weirus
What?
head. Yeah, big
Taco
pink baby.
You got that's that financial backer that Breakborn that Weir's talked into sponsoring the team. All right, so you managed to whip the crowd up and 22 to my 18, and
Ooh.
all right, Weir's, working his magic. How about who's next? Myrtle is
If Myrtle's kind of making a very aggressive move for it, I'll try to wrap up some side people, get them out of the picture.
okay.
Yeah, since we're on offense, right? So I'm gonna try to, if I have anyone on me, I'm gonna try to kite them by Ophelia or Myrtle. If not, I'm gonna kind of make my way down sphere, we'll say, towards the goal.
Okay, so if Ophelia is successful,
Free hugs.
then you'll be open for a pass if you like.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, there are you got someone on you.
Okay.
So that's an athletics from Ophelia, and then
Sweet
See what happens.
24. Oh, another natural 19.
I don't think so. That's a 21 for
Woof.
that. All right,
Thanks, natural 19.
4 for 1. So Calliope is open.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Okay, seeing as Calliope is indeed and in fact open.
Yeah.
After body checking some people,
Mhm.
Myrtle's gonna look over and be like, "They're gonna be so proud. I'm gonna pass it to them."
Okay.
And another athletics, you said?
You're mostly like free right now, and if you're just
Okay.
handing off, it's no check. You just hand off the ball.
Okay, since I rolled 19 and then plus 5, it gives me a very nice number.
It does. Really does.
Can I just kind of dodge some people? Like go into my shell, like throw the ball, go into my shell, roll, grab it, and then pass it?
Ooh, yeah.
Is that too extra?
No, not at all. Like that's yeah, okay. So the crowd loves it for one. They
Yes.
it's a spectacle, right? Like they want to see what you guys can do to show off, and so
Oh yeah.
they appreciate the theatrics of the role. And Myrtle, if you'd like, Calliope's sort of like right there within claw reach.
For
to
sure.
it off as and free without anyone trailing them at all.
Yeah,
Nice.
I hand over the ball and I look at the
Oh.
crowd and wink. And then inside I'm like, my body's gonna hate me later.
All right, Calliope.
Okay, I'm gonna spiral to that goal. See if I can't cut it.
All right, let's do it. This acrobatics.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear. Oh, whew, those are some mediocre rolls. Let's see. Total of 16. No, 14.
I got a 13.
Oh,
One better than me. We'll see how Slagfunk and Phasing are doing, but they rolled particularly well. And I do believe that everyone on this skill challenge passed their skill checks, which makes this a total success. Calliope, you have a clear path to the goal. No one is around to take a shot.
I'm
You
doing
get
it.
A plus
Take
12.
the shot.
12. Okay, yeah. Then yes, I will attempt to throw it because that's fun and cool.
Mhm.
What do I need to do to make that ranged?
It's a ranged attack, yeah.
Okay. All right. So
You see for that, because it's just the buoyancy and all the turbulence and all is fairly high. But like I said, you have
plus 12. All right. So yeah, that would be 11 plus 12. So yeah, 23. Right?
23.
23?
Oh no, 23 is not enough to get the thrown goal, as
Oh,
somewhat short. I mean, it's to curve up towards.
I'm wondering though, Jim, can I use my Tides of Chaos on that one?
You can.
Okay. I would warp reality momentarily.
All right.
And roll worse. So
Oh no, it goes backwards.
It's like reality stutters and I pass it like a few inches the wrong way.
The ball is still inbounds, still in play.
No.
And
Where's is gonna mad dash for it?
So far the only one who's for free and hasn't really. Weiris is open. If you'd like to, can move, and then we'll go to round two.
Shouldn't have shown off.
So we have -1 to your momentum, so +10 at base momentum to start. But Weiris has got the ball. Calliope, you're still you're around. No one's on you.
Mm-hmm.
Most of other team is around either Ophelia or Myrtle or Slack.
Well, I mean, I'm going to try to see if I can recover it. Obviously,
Weiris has the ball.
Weiris has the ball. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to assist Weiris.
Okay. Assisting Weiris.
Not very good at body checking, but I might be able to.
All right. So.
Slap somebody.
Okay. In terms of just sort of the state of play, most of the other team, while they are on or near Myrtle and Ophelia, they are, they know where the ball's at, and they are trying to make a mad dash towards Weiris and get between him, especially get between him and Calliope. So that's kind of what's at stake. You have an opportunity to stop them if you like, or something.
Weiris, make your play.
Yeah.
Weiris's plan is to fake pass to Calliope, then take a shot.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I am going to act like, I'm kind of keeping an eye on him. I'm gonna act like I'm going right for it, going long for it.
And I will try to use my large distracting tentacular body to be a visual interference, so it helps pull off the look that they are passing the ball.
Okay.
I just coming in
That's the way Lindy walks everywhere. Just
Yeah.
tentacular body.
Okay. And then how about
like a toddler?
Myrtle would want to be there for backup in case the opposite team catches up. So body checks more people, so the ball is safe and they could grab it.
Gotcha. So you're letting them swim, but you're right behind them, ready to slam into them if you need to.
Yeah. So if anybody's coming, I'm just
Gotcha. Slagmunk's kind of doing the same. He's sort of swimming in tandem with Myrtle, and Faisne swims over to assist Weirus in this. So Weirus will have assistance on any shot, that kind of thing. I need deception from Calliope, Weirus, and I think probably Ophelia. Just sort of like participate in it. Although we could call it help, and you guys could roll with advantage.
I'll help.
Yeah, and then for Myrtle, let's see, trying to keep up with them swimming. It'd either be acrobatics for like just like maneuverability, or athletics for just like pure power.
Nat 20.
Boom. All right. Nat 20 for Myrtle.
Without advantage, I still got a 21. If I have advantage, well, I can't roll much higher, but I'll try.
All right.
Yeah. 21.
21.
It become a straight roll for me, and I got a 20.
20. All right. And let's see. And then in this case, Ophelia was assisting. So we've got. All right. Slagfunk looks like he's a bit of trouble, as two of the faster swimmers on the Mighty Ducks attempt to take him out and isolate Myrtle. And so let's see, but they are unsuccessful, as Slagfunk, despite his mediocre swimming, still manages to evade them. And that is a second round of everybody succeeding on their skill checks. You may take the shot. You're at something like plus 22 to hit, and Faisne gives you advantage.
Oh my lord.
All right. I rolled a 24.
All right. And that is enough to score a goal where you were attempting to just place it in the hoop.
No, this has to be the fanciest, like, soccer flip kick shot that it has to be. I'm like, and I need to, like, swim over and wink to my fan club and maybe sign an autograph afterwards.
So yes, then I think this would be. Weirus does his spectacular flourish, the snapshot moment, as he scores the third goal for the Big Bang Babies, and I am going to modify my rules on the fly, because I can do that, and say that it is first of 9 points instead of 12. Almost everything else has been in multiples of 3, so that'll work.
Yeah.
As it is a shutout. The Mighty Ducks did not even put.
Oh my god.
My God.
Get out of here, Ducks.
They are very displeased with themselves.
The not so mighty ducks.
No, we have to be good sports. Like, we have to go line up and shake hands. No spitting on your hands.
I just shake the whole team's hands at once. I just
With the tentacles left.
fun.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I'm actually gonna. I'm gonna go talk to him. Let's try it.
Is that Are you gonna go talk to them?
Oh, absolutely.
Sportsmanship.
Yeah. All right. That means that it would be the Big Bang Babies versus the Taco Bays for the championship. Which, given the time, we are not going to get into now, but we'll see about refining some of this, and maybe next week checking out and seeing who takes home the championship title, as well as who's going to win that race. Over the games of Golenville, I I think this is as good a place as any to call it, as the crowd cheers the Big Bang Babies, and some of them even rush the stadium to hug Weirus.
I'm gonna allow it.
I'll allow it.
Hug. Sure.
That's what they're calling it these days.
Right. Is there anything you guys want to do before we head out of here?
Ophelia flexes.
Yeah.
And kind of, just casually glances to see if that, what was his name? I have it written down. I don't know where it is. Where's my notebook? The guy from the driftwood thing.
Oh yeah, Zonce is.
Zonce.
He's definitely feeling it.
He's pressed. Cool. But a single
Girl
mother
stretching.
after all, I just, okay.
the Orctopus team is super upset because number one, you guys took their place, and number two, they're like, "Who's this octopus person?" You know, like they're just anyway. Yeah, as we'll fade out here and join us next week as we figure out who's going to be the champion of the Power Blitzball tournament here in Golemville, and forget that the party is on the run from several kraken and murderous were shark pirates. So we will we'll have to figure out what happens next week. Anybody got anything going on? Any plugs? Any place we can find you? Any of that good stuff?
I do. If you check out 2C Gaming's Patreon, I am the featured guest writer this month. You can pick up a copy of some interesting narrative control mechanics for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, where we introduce the Narrador, which is a DM-controlled character, meta-character, where they're actually a character in the world, they're actually part of the mechanics to run the game, where you can flavor the type of story you're telling in a very Ryutama-like fashion. So, check it out if you want to enhance your 5th edition play.
Excellent.
Nice. You gotta love those Ryutama dragons.
Yes.
Fusion.
Yeah. I'm fine doing another free for all outro as well. Anybody wants to jump in, but yeah, definitely check out those mechanics. Yeah. Anybody?
Yeah. So that was super fun. First of all, I liked it. It really is all about this. It's so cool and different to play a strength-based character. I very rarely touch those, so this is my first real strong person. It's not a one-shot character, so it's like, oh, I can do athletics checks. And tentacles, so that's great. But you can find me online at Laugh Love Lindy, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all those good places. I play in and GM a bunch of tabletop RPGs. You can check out on my Twitch channel every Monday, at Mondays in Alexandria, and every Tuesday, Mists of Ravenloft, which are two very fun shenanigans-filled campaigns. And also, we just started up a new season on Encounter Roleplay this week, so only episode 1s have been done, so you can catch up if you want to check out, episodes 2 next week of Call of Cthulhu on Tuesdays, Tentacle Tuesdays. And right before this game starts, there is Unhallowed Metropolis, which is a super fun post-apocalyptic Victorian kind of setting. And I'm a half vampire, and it's a super fun system with great people. So
I was reading something about that the other day. It looks really cool. It looks really cool.
I like it. I'm liking it a lot mechanically too.
That's really cool. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah. Anybody else? Anna, Josh?
I don't have much going on, but just came back from PAX, so I'm trying to relax and unwind and catch up with emails, adult stuff.
All that stuff.
But you guys can catch me on Twitch. I play video games, all sorts of video games. I sometimes sing. I do the uke. I open up the pit sometimes, and I do D&D here. Lovely people, lovely human beings. And Cyborg Pizza if you want to follow on Twitch.
Oh yes.
Make sure you drink water. Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated. Take care of yourself. Get some rest. But yeah, Josh, you're good. Grant, you're good.
Yep.
Everybody's good. All right, everybody, you have a great weekend. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be back here on Tuesday for some Breath of the Fall. I think these guys are wrapping up soonish. But I know that's really lit a fire for Pruitt, so check that one out. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.
Bye.